Hello, how are you keeping? I'm just going to talk now about just a brief talk about the different types of therapy because I know there's a lot of confusion out there. Like as I said in earlier videos, when you're looking for a therapist, you're also looking for the type of therapy that you might want. And there is a lot of different things out there. So we talked about employee assistance programs, and employee assistance programs generally focus on therapies which are predominantly short-term therapies, which would be cognitive behavior therapy, which is CBT, and then solution focused brief therapy would be another one. So these are really the ones that people want, and I get a lot of inquiries myself about. I get it just happens a phone call. Hey, Dan, just checking. Got a referral there from a doctor. Do you do CBT? No. Okay, bye. Because people believe that's the only therapy there is out there. But from what I understand, CBT was created because um, services or providers wanted a shorter term, faster therapy. So CBT's main idea is, your thoughts affect how you feel and behave. So they wanted something to address just very very quickly, come up with a solution. Let's fix the problem and move on. And that's why the likes of EAPs and kind of uh, therapies that are provided by employers are generally short, so you'd get the 4 to 6 to 8 whatever sessions, and the idea is then you're sorted, it's done. And we all know I have serious concerns around this, the idea that that's your lot and out you go, because through research I found that, well, some people might just go to one session and be quite happy with the one session. Some people might need two, some people might need six, some people might need a lot more. That doesn't say anyone's stronger or weaker or anything like that, or better or worse, or more sick, or whatever phrase or whatever terminology you use around this. It just states that that's what you want. We're all completely unique, we're all individual, and we might just need a top up. I do get calls from people just saying, I just want one. Fair enough, we'll do one. And then they'll go away, and they might come back in 6 months, I want one. Do one, go away, and so on. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing hard and fast rule about how therapy has to do it. In general, the recommendation is you do weekly therapy for a short time, not very very short, but a short time, and you decide how well it's working. So my issue with CBT is it's decided this is your time. You've, let's say, six is the more common one. You've 6 sessions. That's your lot. So the idea around cognitive behavioural therapy is that it'll change unhelpful thinking patterns, and it'll improve your moods and actions. That's the plan. That's the goal. Then you have mindfulness based cognitive therapy. So that comes from the idea of CBT. So it combines CBT with mindfulness practices, where you can do this small bits of meditation, mindfulness in the room, as well as focusing on your feelings and stuff like that. I'll go into these in more detail as much as I can in a little while. I don't want to take too much time because there's so many of them. And the goal of mindfulness-based cognitive therapy, or MBCT, is that it prevents relapses in depression, and it teaches awareness of your thoughts and without judgment. So when we think this is the way our life is. This would be the thing that explore your thought processes. So it's kind of limited in a sense, and again that sounds like judgment, but that's my understanding, because it doesn't give you time to explore feelings. So it mentions thoughts, it doesn't explore feelings, and the big part of growth is to explore feelings. So while CBT and MBCT and DBT and short-term focused brief therapy, short whatever, that because they're short, they don't allow you to explore any deeper. So what's going to happen, this is a fact, they might work for you that way. The danger being that you'll do the therapy and you'll go outside and you'll say, all right, maybe I feel fantastic, I'm great, go back to work, because I certainly did CBT and it was fantastic. But again, what's not told is these are short-term therapies. They're not at the end of therapy. They're an introduction, or they're a sort out this situation today. So a very very simple situation I'll take is you're experiencing bullying at work. So these providers have the mindful space CBT, DBT, or short-term brief therapy. That's it. So you go in, you do your thing, and then you leave. So you're working there 6 months again, and you get bullied again, and you feel overwhelmed, and you feel, oh my god, I can't deal with this, I don't know what's happening. And then you think, well, the therapy didn't work for me. If I'm still feeling this way, it didn't work for me. Oh, maybe I failed at the therapy, which is a huge concern because, the individual doesn't fail at the therapy fails the individual. So we need to start being really honest about this and straight that that's what's happening. Um, so I just talked briefly there about CBT, MBCT, and I'll follow on with a few more explanations. Anyway, this is part one. Thanks for watching.